The biggest mistake I ever made in my life. Today, I'm joined by Mal McCallion, who is a PropTech AI guru. He helped set up both PrimeLocation and Zoopla, so he knows a bit or two about tech. What was the biggest mistake you ever made in business, Mal? Talk to me.
Well, I came into this industry back in 2000 when we were launching Prime Location. And I was very much of the mindset that tech was essentially going to be able to solve pretty much everything. All right. So I was hyper focused on, look, this is so brand new, this digital age, the internet's coming along, and I'm privileged to be part of it. So actually, when we get this set up right, then actually it's going to be able to underpin everything. And perhaps we can all be just sitting around on the beach, occasionally checking in that everything's humming along nicely. And it's fascinating to look back at that 25 years ago and now in the age of AI, where essentially that's part of the promise of, perhaps what a lot of people talk about is, well, actually it's going to free us all up to just go and sit on the beach or whatever. For me, that's the biggest mistake, all right, was to believe that actually tech is going to be the thing that is going to
The silver bullet.
yeah.
Do you think there's some people out there that they mention AI and they think, well, they'll create some solutions for me tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then there's the others who've got their head in the sand saying it's not going to change my business.
And the problem is hype, right? The problem is that there's this hype train that is just like relentlessly coming at us all that says AI is the future and it's going to change everything. And it's just like, look, if I'm a business owner and I've been doing all right.
You're like the Terminator there.
Yeah, exactly 100%. So sometimes I think that actually putting
beyond alpha.
putting the Terminator up front would be like the thing that actually just makes everybody go, actually, do you know what? That's probably not the way to go. But no, so AI is going to change so much, but it is not this silver bullet, as you say. It is not the thing that is going to wipe away all of the effort, and then suddenly we're going to be in this kind
Because
of.
do you think a lot of estate agents out there think it's going to? Because let's be honest, most letting agents they want it now and they want plug and play.
I think that there's so we get asked all the time, so actually, when can I retire? When can I just like have, people not replaced by robots, but certainly
when can I get rid of my legs?
That might be something we hear occasionally, but no, I think that
we could have that little T2000. What is your
eyes.
offer?
It's red eyes. That's not going to happen right now. But what it will do is change. Okay, it's going to change how people do jobs. And just like computers brought in software engineers, which nobody had ever heard of before, right? Software engineers were not a thing. And you can go back to like plowsmen in the field and all this sort of stuff.
Okay.
Jobs change and people change. And tasks
but it's going to be by osmosis, really.
Yeah, and I think you're going to have control. You're going to be able to choose. So I think that the human to human jobs or tasks are the things that are going to stick around, of course, right? Because as business people working in the property industry, that is what we love to do, right? That's what we got into this for. And then when you look at some of the more admin heavy stuff, the really boring stuff, that's the stuff that you can ship off to AI, and that's the stuff we're working on a lot. So yeah, so I think that AI doesn't solve everything. I'm sorry, tech does not solve everything. What it does is it allows, if you let it, and that's really important, it allows you to do the human stuff. Humans doing human stuff, machines doing machine stuff. And there is a world out there where actually relationship building becomes the thing that you do. That is almost your
Oh my
job.
God, now you're going to tell me property's a people business. Please don't drop that line.
Oh, well, I don't know if you've heard this before, Chris.
Okay, and you only have to sell one more house a month to pay for this. Hey!
I remember so well the moment that I realized, because obviously I've been in the supply game to estate agents for a long time. And yeah, I think that was probably about 2007 when I decided that was not the thing to say anymore.
Do you think it's the responsibilities of the CRMs to do this, or is this just another case of prop tech firms with add-ons?
Listen, I think that the CRM, there are some great CRM firms out there. So let me just say that first of all. What I wonder about them is, though, how they are going to work in the world of AI. Because again, AI goes straight to the data. So if I am Reapit, for example, but I'm only just using this as an example, I've got this data repository, and then I've got an interface which people type stuff into. Now that interface is going to be not used by humans, pretty much. It's going to be used by AI. So actually, how pretty does it need to be? And actually, is making it pretty just getting in the way? So actually, what I really need to do is just open up the data source behind it, and then just get the AIs dipping into the data. So I think that there is a responsibility within the CRM systems to make that data available. So
You are funny.
there is a responsibility. 25 years I've been saying this. But it would be great. And estate agents, I think will probably move.
You ought to be a comedian at Agents Giving Ball.
Thank you. By the way, it is only just one more valuation, and then it'll pay for itself. It's amazing. Yeah, I think that the CRM systems will have to, because otherwise there will be a tendency for agents to just go, I'll just get a spreadsheet. So I think that that's going to be the interesting thing. Do I think, to your point, do I think that it's the CRM's responsibility to do this? No, I don't. I think that it's going to have to be agents themselves looking around, understanding what's out there, and pulling those things in. It's going to be far cheaper. It's going to be so much cheaper than so much other stuff that's been out there in the past. And I think it's going to, for agents that really want to be unique and distinctive, and really surface that mission and that calling that so many businesses have. I think this is going to be a golden time, because I think you can really get that message out there really, really quickly.
Thank you for your time today.
That's it.